G'day guys, Mick here and welcome to this week's 5 Minute Yarn. Well, this will be the last in the ultimate series for me. This one I'm going to put down as my ultimate all-round four-wheel drive. What I'd personally take as an ultimate 4B that can still tackle some of the harder tracks, but is also a really nice tourer and something I could run as a day-to-day. Well, this one as an ultimate for me, even if money's no object, I'd still go the Pajero. As much as I'd like a Gen 1 or Gen 2, I'd love to get my hands on a short wheelbase Gen 2 in particular. But for this one, I'd probably have to say the Gen 3. And in a sense, this is my dream with mine, is to rebuild mine and basically set it up as what would be my ultimate four-wheel drive. So the only thing I might change between what I currently own when it comes to purchasing a vehicle is I probably would opt for a diesel motor, just because they do get better fuel efficiency. With the Gen 3, the fuel pumps are a huge cost if they go. So that's in the diesel. So that's one thing that does turn me off it. But if I had my choice and the money to do exactly what I wanted to with mine, I'd strip it down to a roll and shell. I'd get all the rust fixed in it, get it repainted, wrapped, just for the durability. More than anything, I would go either a steel bar or get a hidden winch cradle from Dirt Boy 4x4, and I'd put a half decent winch in there. I'd change the suspension around and I'd get a remote reservoir suspension on it. I'd get a new exhaust system, not necessarily any bigger or noisier or anything like that, but I'd get a new exhaust system. Just maybe try and get that little bit of extra power out of it. I'd definitely go more along the lines of a safari snorkel this time rather than the cheap eBay ones. Better diff breathers. I would, even though I'm only going a 2-inch lift as a maximum, I'd probably still extend the brake lines just slightly, and I'd go braided lines just for that durability. I would upgrade the tyres just a little bit. I'd go 31s, maybe 33s, but probably 31s. The stocks that are on it now are either 29.5 or 30.5, so it wouldn't be a huge difference, but I would like to make that small change. And then I'd deck it out largely like I've got it. I'd put a lithium battery in the back instead of an AGM, and that for me would become my ultimate four-wheel drive. I love the Pajero. I think they're really underrated, and they're still a very capable vehicle as they sit straight off the showroom. So for me, that would be an ultimate, just for sort of an all-rounder. To turn around and explain sort of why, it's all part of the thing for the Pajero is their cost. They are affordable. They are a vehicle where you can spend 5-10 grand buying the Pajero, and then the money that you'd save off a Land Cruiser or a Patrol or something along those lines, you can put in towards adding modifications like lockers and winches and stuff like that, and effectively make it, well, as much as some people may hate this, more capable than what a Land Cruiser would be. The Gen 3s come with a beautiful LSD in them already, or the early Gen 3s do, come with a beautiful LSD. There's no traction control or anything in it, and for me it's a better base to work off, and for the price that you pay for them, you've sort of got more money left over to be able to work on it and to do some of those upgrades. So yeah, budget does play a part, even though money in this series is not an issue. Budget would definitely play a part in that. And for me, the Gen 3 Pajero Why do I say Gen 3 over Gen 4? Gen 4's got a little bit more tech in it. Gen 4 is a little bit more modern, a little bit more tech, a little bit of a nicer vehicle in that sense. But the Gen 3 in particular, I just like the styling of them more. The Gen 3, for me anyway, has better body lines. The interior, like the dash and stuff like that, is more appealing to me. I find the Gen 4s to be a lot more sort of sharp edges, a lot more rigid and square, both in the body itself and in the interior, whereas the dash and everything in the Gen 3 is nice and rounded and smooth. The Gen 3s have the little arch up over the front wheels. They have the flare sort of sticking out all the way to the back of the vehicle on the rear end. Things like that. So the Gen 3 to me is just a nicer looking vehicle. The Gen 4s, look, there's nothing wrong with them. They're great cars, but Gen 3 for me. So, alright guys, that's my ultimate all-round four-wheel drive. As always, comment below. Let me know what you think of my thoughts. And let me know what you'd like to do as an ultimate if money was no object. What would be your ultimate all-round four-wheel drive? As with the past videos, comment on those as well. Let me know what your ultimate tourer would be, what you think of mine, what your ultimate hardcore off-roader would be, and again, what you think of my thoughts. So, alright guys, hope you've enjoyed these couple of ultimate videos. If you have and you haven't already subscribed, please do so. If you've liked them, please make sure to leave a like, and again, comment. Alright guys, take care, peace, and as always, I'll see you on the tracks.